So the first show of the tour is complete. New York City, you owe me nothing.
Okay.
I ended up doing 2 hours. It's the longest I've ever done.
All right.
And I didn't realize it, but the groove was just there. I think the stars aligned for me to do that. And it was great, man. It was like a reunion of when I first started, 10 plus years ago. And a lot of the same people were there. My man Franz, for example, the very, very first time I went on stage, very first time, where I'm telling you, if there is something you're afraid to do, let this be an example of what can happen or what probably will happen if you do it. First time I got up there, he was like not letting me not do it. And I did not want to do it. We got to that place and I was trying to find any reason not to do it. I was like, yo, let's go get a couple more beers. And he was like, all right, bet. But then we went and I remember he had the camera up there and I went up there and I had to work through the kinks, of course. I wasn't amazing that time. I was working on something. But I got the fear out the way. Okay, I went up there and did it. I didn't die. What's the worst that can happen if I try to get better at it and do it again? And then fast forward a decade, I'm doing 2-hour specials in a sold out venue in New York City. And to see him, he's the first person I see when I walk in. It was just like, wow, what a full circle moment. And to hear him tell me how proud he was. And even in that place, there was a moment with all that I did. The most impressive thing to him was I told one joke, he laughed. And I made fun of his laugh. And he was like, how'd you know my laugh out of this whole? I'm like, bro. I'm like, I've been making you laugh for 10 years. I know your laugh. But it was amazing, man. I thank you to everybody who came out. I'm excited to go to Memphis. Memphis is up next. I believe that is February 7th. And is that right? And
yes.
We're going to just keep rolling. We're going to just keep rolling. Now, of course, I have to get to the funny part.
All right.
This venue, the thing about doing a tour, you don't see the venues until you get there. A lot of these places I've never been. Now, I appreciated the venue. It was a good venue. And I definitely appreciated the staff at the venue afterward. It was a little rocky at first. But, I mean, I didn't have 30 seconds to, sit with myself and kind of just take it all in, which I normally do before a big show. The green room right by the bathroom. So as I'm trying to sneak to the green room, I see everybody. It's just a line of people going to the bathroom. Everybody wants to hug me. Yeah. I'm like, okay, right? No time to get into the green room. Everybody's flustered. My whole team is flustered. We all trying to do 30 things to make this happen, right? My lady is like, just go get a drink. We'll figure it all out. I'm like, cool. She bought this coat. So it's her birthday also. So I'm like, get what you want. She gets this coat. It's a really nice coat, Nate. It's fly. But it sheds. I didn't know this. Apparently she didn't either. She puts the coat on. I'm not thinking anything of it. We go into the show. I get myself together. I get myself ready. Now, at the time that I get ready, from the moment I get ready and I have my first drink to the moment I'm on stage, I'm talking about in the car, all of that, I'm gone. I'm in a zone, right? I'm completely focused on giving the people this show. So as I get in the car, my whole outfit is black. And right at the point when I get out the car, and I normally would feel like, you feel ready. It's New York City. I'm hopping out. Big truck, in front of everybody. I'm here. They got my people in the window waiting on me. I got this white shit all over my whole outfit. It looks horrible. I'm trying to take it off. It's getting worse. It's flying off me. It look like I'm shedding. It's everywhere, right? I get out the car. The driver's looking like, oh my God, can you get this animal out of my car? This guy shedding in the back. I'm like, who this guy think he is? We're in New York. Nobody got no time for this in New York. Right? You charging me extra. I'm in the back. I get out. So now I'm trying to dust it off. I can't dust it off me. So at some point, she went to do something. Finally, I clear out all of the people and I go inside to the green room. I get inside, open the door. I don't see her. I don't see anyone. I'm on in, I think, 2 minutes at this point. They're like, all right, 2 minutes. I'm like, bet. They're going to have my father go out there and bring me out. And then at this point, I go and I can't find her. I don't know if the sound guy's got all of my stuff right. I later found out during the show he didn't. And I looked down, Nate. The coat's on the floor. She must have threw it to the couch and it slid to the floor. So now this shit look like a bear rug. I don't know how many people have stepped on it, thinking that the green room, they had a bear rug in the green room. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'll pause there, because just when you thought it was safe, there's more with the coat. There's more with the coat. The coat followed me for the entire weekend in New York City. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it happened. Welcome to In the Moment.
I'm in the moment. Stay in the moment. Yeah, hey, look, check. I'm in the moment. They try to hold me down, I just re-up and then I just reload it. Yeah, hey, look, stay in the moment. If they try to hold you down, you just re-up and then you just reload it.
Flawless night. It was amazing. It truly was.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It feels great. And the first show, the way that I do things, the first show is always, it was always going to be the hardest, I should say, of a special, because I haven't rehearsed any of those jokes. But that's all fresh. That's just all going up there for the first time. I don't know what works and what doesn't. But I'd say 90% of it worked.
Okay.
Yeah. The other 10% was the venue. So, but shout out to them, because I, at some point my bracelet came off. And it's like one of those bracelets that are like for spiritual energy. And I couldn't find it. And so I was in the middle of the show. I was like, fuck it. And but it fell behind the stage. So I went back to get it after everybody was gone. And they were still open. And they helped me. They had to move the stage, but they helped me locate it. And then she was like, you and your father want a drink to go? And I was like, what? Nobody's ever this nice to me in New York. And she was like, yeah. She's like, we've never seen anything like that. He's like, in all the years I've worked here, I have never seen that, dude. You were hysterical for 2 hours. That was amazing. Like, I've never seen that. And she was like, yeah, please, of course, it's on the house. I was like, wow. Well, that's nice. Yeah, which I didn't get a writer, so I guess that was it.
Yeah.
But it was very, very, very nice of her. Especially, I tell you, 3 things that happened to me real quick before we move on.
Crazy things most saw in New York City.
Every time I go to New York, Nate, I see some shit that's like, I don't know how to explain this. You just have to go to New York. I definitely saw a woman in a bathing suit in Manhattan. It was 24 degrees outside. She was strutting. I saw a man outside of a dispensary dancing to no music.
Hey, it was a dispensary. He was probably high.
As hell. To the point, my man left the dispensary, didn't even get to the car. He just was stuck in the middle dancing. I went to Sephora. This is the kind of service you get in New York, to the point where I just think it's funny. I said, excuse me, can you help me locate this? She said, got you. And then she's on the headphones. She's a manager. And she's like, bitch, I told you, I'm getting off of here early. I don't know what y'all is talking about. I'm getting up out of here. I don't care what this man is talking about. You hear me, bitch? Here you go, sir. So yeah, and then she just kept going. And I was like, is that it? She said, Didn't even look back at me, nothing. And just kept telling whoever bitch was what she was doing with her day. And I was like, New York City.
Okay.
I get out of Sephora. I'm walking past, because I'm at the mall. So I'm walking past a restaurant now. And there's a guy walking out with whomever the girl is. I guess they work there together. He must be a manager. I hear him on the phone with the people in the store. Yo, I'm walking out right now. All right, y'all got to do whatever y'all got to do. And excuse my French, but I have to tell you exactly how I heard it. He said, y'all got to do whatever y'all got to do. All right, I'm out. I told you, I'm done. I'm not playing with this. He mad. He been there mad for 30 minutes, okay? We try to do something for him. If he don't want to take the free sandwich, tell him suck. All right? If he don't want the free sandwich, he can suck. I'm off. And I turned around like, yo, what the you still in front of the store. You haven't even got to your car. You're telling everybody out here that if the guy doesn't want the free sandwich, he has to suck. What kind of offer is that? Only in New York City. Hey, you want the free sandwich or you want only in New York. So after all of that, it was time to celebrate my lady's birthday. Happy birthday to her. Hey, y'all not gonna say happy birthday?
Happy birthday. I mean, I already said it, so I didn't know.
Twice would be way too much. No, got it. It just felt weird. After I said it, I felt like nobody backed me. I was like looking for my friends. But no, so we go to celebrate her birthday, right? We go to this really nice restaurant. And I didn't want to tell this story, but I have to. I have to, man. You have to make fun of yourself in life. Now, I've been to a really nice restaurant or two. Y'all not going to start clowning me and make it seem like I've never been anywhere. I've been to a nice restaurant or two. What I've never done, though, is I've never got wine before. This is a new thing with me. Now I'm drinking wine. So we get there. This place is beautiful. We get inside. He tells us our table is ready. We're walking. He's walking us through the middle of the restaurant. There's a performance happening. It's very elegant, very classy. He goes, "Oh, your table's not ready. I'm very sorry about this. We're going to fix this immediately." So I'm thinking, all right, it's not a problem, but like, where are we going to stand? Like, you going to take us back to the front? He just keeps us right there in the middle of the restaurant. Nate, like, we're the performance now. You know what I'm saying? And the guy's coming. He's like, "Okay, we're cleaning it at once." And then they're scrambling now to clean the table, and we're just in the middle of everyone's table and meal waiting. So he's just telling us about the restaurant and the owner, and there was some cool stuff that he did tell us, though. It was something about the lights.
So every time there's lightning in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, the lights flicker.
That was pretty cool.
Because I believe that's where the original restaurant is. They have one there, one in Miami, and one in New York City.
Okay.
They got upstairs, downstairs. It's really nice. Finally, we sit down, we order, and we're having a great time. Food is amazing. Everything's going really well. And she says, "What do you want to drink?" Normally, I'm a tequila and soda guy. Not anymore, Nate. Brand new. I said, "I'll have a glass of red wine." She said, "What kind?" I never got that far. I didn't realize. Right? I'm looking at the options. It's 463 of them.
Yeah.
Most of them, if you look at the numbers to the right of them, it looks like how many calories would be in a sandwich, not the price of a glass of wine. Not here nor there. It's my lady's birthday. I'll throw up later. So I asked for the Cabernet Sauvignon. And I thought I had her. And she said something about Valley Stream or Napa Valley. I said, "Look here. If you don't, just bring me something that's red." All right? Oh, no. Hey, come on, man. Hey, this is too much. So I said, Nappy Valley, whatever it is. Bring the damn wine. Right? So.
Oh, my God.
Now, I've been to enough nice restaurants to know not to ask for my steak medium well. We're supposed to just get it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Is that how you normally eat it?
Medium well. What you do? Cut the cow yourself?
I said okay.
You eat it with all that blood?
It's still blood whether it's cooked or not, because when you cook it all the way through, it's just.
But the way y'all eat it, it make me feel like it might get up and move.
Have you ever had it medium at least, or medium rare? Okay, and it's so much easier to chew, isn't it?
Yes. I'll give you that. Now, some places like this, you could tell a chef what you want. He gonna make it how it's supposed to be made. He don't care what you say. Because there have been times I've said medium well, and they brought that thing out bloody, and I said, "Okay, noted." Right? I know not to ask for A1 sauce. I know not to do that, Nate.
Okay.
I did ask one time back in my day, and my man brought it to me under the table. Shout out to him. I will never forget that guy. He was like, he looked at me like, "I got you," and he gave it to me under the table. Now this time I knew better, so I was good till the wine came. I knew what I paid for that wine. It wasn't cheap. I'm thinking to myself, this is gonna be the best wine I've had in my life. So she come out, she got the towel. You know, I got the towel on the arm. "Sir?" And then I look like, the glass right there, what do you want me to do? And then she took it and she poured it. She poured it by holding the bottom of the wine glass, like that. And then she poured in, boop, boop, boop. That's it. Like a little, boop, 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 boop. And I don't know why the first thing my brain did was, I paid $100 for this wine. You better keep pouring. You better keep pouring that damn wine. You better keep pouring that Nappy Valley in that damn glass. You better keep. So I didn't say anything, Nate, right? I just sat there. Because I didn't know what to do. So I looked up at her like, well, like, why did you, if you don't keep going? And she said, "Would you like to taste it?" I I tried to recover. I said, at once. Yo, I've not been that embarrassed since the first time I flew first class.
Oh, okay.
And they handed me the warm rag. And I had to wait to see what other people did with theirs. I didn't know what to do with it. I felt so stupid.
Oh my goodness.
I was looking beyond her soul. Like, lady, if you don't put some more wine in this glass, I'm telling you something right now, okay?
Did people hear her?
When she said, would you like to taste it? I think so.
Okay. I think everyone would have heard that.
She said it with class, don't get me wrong,
Okay.
but she also said it like, dummy.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Come on.
Nate, how I was supposed to know that?
Okay, I mean, I get it.
How much was the glass?
$49. That's what it was, because I'm thinking two of them. But yes, it was $49, and it was I think it was the better one that you could buy. And my mind was like, well, let's try some really good wine. And she's like, taste it. So if I taste it and say that ain't it, you gonna bring me another bottle? Because we could do that all night. we could do that till I'm drunk.
Well, I've not seen anyone reject it, so that's what I'm saying. But I think that if you're buying the bottle, which is what the people that I've been with had normally done, and then taste it, and then they approve it, and then they finish the pour, and then they put the bottle down. But I'm assuming because it's so expensive, maybe, I don't know, that if you reject it, then they'll just take it back and get you something else.
Now I wonder.
You should now go to a winery.
After about 3 taste tests, though, when I'm pretty sure you're getting kicked out of there. But I would love to go to a winery now.
Okay.
And not perform. Because that's the only thing I've ever done at a winery is actually, do comedy. But I want to go and watch a show.
Yeah, you were supposed to go with one of your last co-hosts.
I was? Oh, I sure was. Huh. And I have I want to discuss something that happened with one of my old co-hosts
Okay.
later in the podcast.
All right.
It was interesting because it came up at the show. Other than that, it was great. The service was great. And as we got up to leave this establishment, and I need you to understand, Nate, is red, it's bright, it's full of roses, chandeliers, scenery. It just smells like money, good music. And I know y'all gonna kill me, but the only reason I'm not giving the name is because they ain't comped the whole meal. But when we got up to leave, because she wanted to sit in the booth, and the booth are like suede, just really like fancy material, is red. And when she got up and put that damn coat on, Nate, she had shed it all over that damn booth. I mean, it was everywhere. I said, if you don't get in the car, let's go. This is embarrassing. Other than that, it ended up being a really good night, and it was a really good weekend in New York City, and the first show was a success.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. One way or another, every show I leave, there's either a family member, a friend, or a friend of a family member that always ends up telling someone who tells me that a really nice white person offered them Coke in the bathroom.
Okay.
And I just want to say to whoever's doing that, we're not mad at you. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But just like, don't do it to like my grandma. Like, she don't want no Coke.
Okay.
No, this is a real thing.
Really?
I didn't know, I guess, in the bathroom, somebody always getting offered Coke. Was there anything else to that?
Pills. They were passing around pills.
In the audience?
Yes.
Okay. Like so they were just like, hey, does anybody want any? Like, how was this happening? Was it being passed
I
like
wasn't in the audience
like
laughing.
the offerings at church? Like what's happening?
She was in the bathroom. She went to go use the bathroom. And when she came out, she was like, you want to hit this? And she was like, oh, no, not today. Thank you so much. I'm taking a break for today.
That's hilarious. No, because the thing is, right, when you're a black comedian or a black entertainer, people don't expect white people to show up. So it's always a good thing to see. It means you're well-rounded and you're supported by and loved by more than just your own culture, which I think is great. Every time you see white people come to a black entertainer show, it just makes a statement, a good one. And I'm always excited to see that. And one of the supporters, I didn't get his name, but he shook my hand and he told me, that's the best storytelling I ever heard. Extraordinary storytelling. And I really appreciated that. And I'll make a white joke here or there, but I normally don't even really point it out. I don't make a thing of it. But now I will, because of the fact that every single time there is somebody saying, hey, one of your white supporters offered me coke in the bathroom.
Okay.
This is the third time now. And I think she thought that it was embarrassing because the person rejected it. But no, we're not embarrassed at all. I just want my supporters to know whatever you got to do to get yourself right at one of my shows, I am not here to judge you at all. Who am I to judge you?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, there was someone else that introduced themselves to a friend, and they let them know that they've been following you for 7 years or so, and I guess they moved to New York. So when they saw that you were coming to New York, they jumped on buying the ticket.
Love that. That's what's up. That's what's up. I wish I knew your name, but shout out to you. I hope you're listening, and thank you for coming. That's amazing. Yes, I really do appreciate the support of everybody who's been pulling up. Thank y'all. I hope to see whoever I will in Memphis on February 7th. Turning 40, getting older, body hurting. I've been looking for a solution, and I think I found it. We're moving to Ethiopia.
Okay.
All of us. I got it all mapped out. I got it all figured out.
Okie dokie.
Y'all don't want to be younger?
Tell us more.
Are you interested? Or should I stop here?
Go for it.
If I could remove 8 years off of your life, make you 8 years younger, would you want that?
8 years, like face, like what?
Everything. You don't have to rub anybody's semen on your face. No fish semen, no frog juice, none of that, whatever they be doing. You don't have to do any of that. I'm going to give you 8 years of youth. You interested?
No.
I am.
Well, let's move on.
I'm interested. Why aren't you interested? I guess is the first.
Because it's not going to take me back to 8 years ago. Like
It is actually.
Appearance wise, physically, bones and stuff. Like I would consider that because yes, I am getting old and I'm feeling that. But
this is a perfect example of why you should ask more questions before you just say no, because it's literally going to take you back 8 years. That's literally what it's going to do.
like my body.
Yes.
Okay.
You said no. It's too late now. Now you got to stay here. Now, let me tell you how you could have gone back 8 years. Ethiopia. We're going to Ethiopia because in Ethiopia it is currently 2018.
And see, this is why I fucking said no. Because it's bullshit.
It's 2018 in Ethiopia.
But that is true. I did hear about that
It's
a little
the
while
fact.
ago. Yeah.
Why you ain't tell us? We still sitting in 2026.
I forgot.
Nate.
I did say, and I think there are some other countries that are like that too. But I do remember when I heard that fact, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go there just so that I can be in a different year for a day.
This is why I want y'all to know why it's important to have good friends in your life. Because when Nate found out that we could get 8 years back, she told no one. And then when I found out, the first thing I did was come here and tell y'all. That's the difference. I want everybody to come back. You was trying to go by yourself.
Yeah, I'm down to go.
That was fast, Nate.
Yeah.
That was a real quick turnaround.
No, it's fine. I would like to be in a different year for a day.
I would too. To those who are not familiar, 1582, we started keeping time on the Pope's watch, and Ethiopia kept time on God's watch. They still run on Egypt's ancient solar calendar. And when the Vatican deleted 10 days to fix Easter, Ethiopia did it. So they run on a 12-month, 30-day, and they have a 13th month with 5 or 6 days in it. And then New Year is celebrated on September 11th, which is wild. But it signifies the sun's rebirth or the end of the Nile's flood. They're in perfect rhythm with the heavens, not a man-made system living in time everybody else forgot about. So that's pretty cool to me. I didn't know that was a thing. I showed Speed went out there, and then it went viral from there, and I just learned that information. It just makes me wonder if they're still living in 2018. I wonder if mentally they're living in a different time as us as well.
You never know.
That's why we have to go. I want to show you this picture, Nate. And I'll show you guys the picture too. To my audio listeners, we'll describe it for you. So that night that we all went out to a comedy show, you couldn't make it that night. We went to this place, and nice place. They were doing like an open mic, but the bathroom was across the street. And you had to step outside of the venue and walk across to get to the bathroom. So as the night was wrapping up right before we got into the cab, I did that. And I went into the other place. And as soon as I walked in, mind you, it was raining. So you kind of had to do a little light jog to get there. So I go into the building and there's a woman waiting and I got to go. It's like one of those moments. You wait until the very last minute and now I have to go. But I didn't think there would be a line. So I walk in, I'm like, damn it. So I waited out. There's already a woman in there. There's a woman waiting. So the first woman comes out. The second woman goes in. I'm shaking. I'm trying to hold it together. I'm fighting it. She's taking her sweet time. Finally, she's done. She washes her hands. And then she starts fiddling with the lock. I can't get out. Help! I can't get out. And you can just hear. Right? And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what kind of lock? The first woman got out no problem.
Right.
So I can't wait to see what kind of lock this is. Like, what kind? And she's literally, I can't get out. Oh my God, what is going on? What is going? So I'm like, hello? I don't know what to do, Nate. Because I can't help her. I'm on the outside. I'm like, just try to open it. Just take your time. Just relax. Just breathe through it. She's like, okay, I'm trying. I can't figure it out. So then thank God, the woman that came out the first time, she's now coming around the corner. And I'm like, listen, I don't know what you did the first time, but this lady is stuck. Maybe you could throw her some advice. She said the same thing I said. Oh, just try to pull it. So I'm like, the lock can't be that advanced. The whole time I'm still shaking because I'm trying to hold. I gotta go. Finally, she get out. Ah. So I close the door, Nate, and I go to look at the lock. Now I'm gonna show you the lock, and I want you to describe to the people what you see when you see this lock that took this woman 2 minutes to get out, and it was a long ass 2 minutes because I had to go to the bathroom. This is the lock, Nate.
I knew that's what it was going to be. I knew 100% that that's what it was going to be. It's a bathroom lock. It's literally you pull it down, you turn it to its side, and then you push it back up.
Y'all know that lock? You just up and then over, right?
Yeah.
It's a up over. Look, it's the man. It took her 2 damn minutes to open the door. I was thinking to myself, when do you forgive in life? And I'm asking this because one of the things I realized in turning 40, right? And this goes to love from anywhere. Sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's siblings, anywhere. To give an update, first off, let me do that. Let me give an update on the mailman.
It's mail time.
If you haven't followed the mailman story from the beginning, here's what happened. Someone I thought was a really good friend of mine for over a decade. Been through it all together. I mean, same guy who literally called me one day to thank me for the fact that I was a part of 70% of the best moments of his life, to give you some idea of what kind of friend I'm talking about. There was a woman whom I tried to talk to over 15 years ago. Didn't go anywhere, didn't pan out. And he asked me about her. A random day, just brought her up. I haven't spoken to her in years. Didn't really matter much to me, but he brought her up as if he was bringing her up to say he was glad that it didn't go the way that it could have went with us being together because of where her life went and where mine went. And it's pretty clear that we were meant to go 2 different ways. And then because he gave me access accidentally to his Instagram a while ago when he was supposed to be helping me with it, I have access to his Instagram. He doesn't know. So right after he asked me about this girl, he went and wrote this girl and said that she popped up in his mind.
Hold on. He slid into her DMs. I just wanted to make sure that they knew exactly what was happening.
Requested her. Slid in the DMs, told her, yo, you crossed my mind, and started doing a whole bunch of mushy shit about how he always wanted to be her friend, always wanted to be in her life, and always felt like he was bothering her. Just a whole bunch of garbage. Cool. Now, one, I don't know why you hit it. Could have just said that. What's the problem? If that's what you were on. But he, of course, told me one thing when he did another and has no idea that I am literally watching him betray me in real time.
Now, the part that you forgot to include was that we had called him a week before this happened and asked him if it was ever okay to hook up with a friend's ex or someone that he liked or, whatever. And he said, no, never, would never do that.
We need another man's opinion. Curious of what you'll think. Is it ever okay for one of your homeboys to date your ex?
Ever.
Tell us why.
Because I loved her. If I didn't love her and she was just someone who we just had like a sexual exclusive relationship, then yeah, sure, have at it.
Okay. Now, when you say have at it, because I'm curious, does that come with caveats?
Yes, you could become my Eskimo brother. My real brother.
So he's saying the same thing I'm saying.
Wait, I didn't hear that. All I
He
heard
said
was
you can become, it cut out, he said you can become my Eskimo brother instead of my real brother. So what I said, which was, I'm not going to tell you no, because I don't own her. Do what you want.
Mhm.
But I'm certainly looking at you different from now on.
Well, I've never heard that term.
Eskimo brother?
Versus my real brother. What's the Eskimo brother?
It's two guys who have slept with the same woman at some point in time.
Oh, is that a New York thing?
Is it? It might be.
I've never
actually.
heard that before.
It might
No,
be.
no, I've
I don't
heard
know.
that in different parts of the country before. Bro, like, if I ever loved you, I'ma always love you. So if you ever have my heart, you always gonna have my heart. Just like if I loved you, I had real genuine feelings for you, I wouldn't want my brother who I loved to pursue something else that I used to love that I still kind of love internally.
I said it's just a no across the board for me, just because it's just bro code.
Mm-hmm.
And it has nothing to do with if I love her, don't love her, I don't care. It's just the fact that you, as my man, with all of these women in the world, coming to me and asking for permission to be with a woman I've been with, we not that anymore. The minute you ask me that, that's a wrap. And I'm not going to be like, nah, you know? So what you're saying is similar, but a little different in terms of it does matter to you if you loved an ex as opposed to if you didn't. But you also...
Yeah, so if, for one, if I loved her, right? Two, if I wanted to genuinely pursue a future with this girl. So even if she didn't give me no play, if it's a girl who I really adored and seen a future with, I want you to leave that alone because I would have to watch you have a future with somebody I wish I had a future with.
It's never okay under any circumstance. That's not what bros are about. And then he did this. So I see it happening, right? And I think they're both corny for it. I think he's a sucker and I think she's corny because she also knows that we are friends. She knows what that's about and she's going for it, right? Cool. That's my guy. He's the one with the obligation. He's the one with the responsibility. I don't really care about her. I'm just piecing it all together for y'all. Now, with that, I'm watching this, right? Because this is baffling to me that this has happened the way that it did because I didn't ask for his Instagram. I didn't be sneaky. I don't have his password. I didn't have to do a thing for this to happen. And he is the guy, the first person I ever heard tell me something about you, God does not play. He does not play about you. He would always tell me that. And then he's doing this. You should have known, if anybody known. This is a guy who I've offered a job. This is a guy who I've offered to fly out here when he was going through tough times. This is a guy who I've loaned money. This is a guy who I've had to say, hey, you got to stop asking me for money. This is a guy who I would bend over backwards to help. And he has told me that with his own mouth. This is that guy. This is this kind of person. This is what I mean when I say people betray you. I'm talking over a decade of that kind of service toward him. And this is with getting the weird phone call back in the day about how his own friend reached out to me to tell me, yo, you don't know me, but I'm a fan of your podcast, and I just want you to know that guy that you think is your friend is not your friend, because this is the kind of shit he be saying behind your back. I let it go because I would look like a psycho myself to just listen to someone tell me this who I don't know about someone that I do. At least that's what I thought.
Does he know about that?
Yeah, he knows.
He knows that his friend called to tell you that?
I think he knows. I'm pretty sure we had a talk about that, and I remember him taking full accountability and apologizing, and we stopped speaking for years, but then we started to speak again. Now we're here. And this is where I'm going with the forgiveness thing, right? Because I forgave him. On Christmas Day, mind y'all, this was happening. I'm watching these messages pop up. This man is doing this and didn't even text to wish me a Merry Christmas. All right. Then she gives him the number, and then that was the end of the conversation. Then I speak to him. That's when he called me. He called me on that day and said, I just want to tell you I love you. You've been a part of 70% of the amazing things that have happened in my life. It all happened because of you, and I love you, and I want to thank you for that. While he's texting her, he might as well literally be doing it at the same exact time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just said, all right, cool, man. Got you. I said, let me ask you something. Why do you think people betray people? Why do you think friends cross friends, especially over women? So I kind of said what he did, but I didn't. He just like, man, I don't know, immaturity, selfishness, typical answers.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, cool. Have a good day, bro. That's the last time we spoke. I haven't heard from him since. And I knew either he knows or he has an idea.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I felt it was he has an idea is because, well, nothing's changed on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
If he knew, you would think he would do something about that.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't, right? So it tells me that he has an idea, but he doesn't know. That's where I was thinking. And God does not play, as always. So mind you, now we move on, right? I'm thinking, whatever correspondence they'll have from here, I already got the information I needed. It's cool. It's up. Now I know who you are. You a sucker. It's up. But you would think that they would talk now on the phone.
Not always.
So that was odd to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought once you get somebody's number, now we talk on the phone. I really don't talk to anybody on Instagram. I have their number. But okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That works out in my favor because now I can still see the conversation. So, of course, I see. Now, I told you I saw, just catching y'all up with, I saw the next correspondence between the two of them was she posted a selfie in the bathroom, of course. And and he said, most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. In my whole life with both eyes, I've never seen anyone more beautiful. This is it. This is it, like Kirk Franklin. This is it. It gets no better than this. He said that. She said, sweet. She didn't even say thank you. She said, sweet. And he said, damn right. That was his response. Damn right. I said, all right, got it, noted. I don't hear from him. Some time passes. I get off the plane yesterday, fresh off the flight. I see notification pop up. It's her. She says, no. Why? Now I have to go back and see what he said. Right? I have to, Nate. I can't. I'm snooping. It is what it is. I am Snoop Doggy Dog.
I would
right
look.
now.
I would look.
Thank you. I feel better now. Right? So I look and it says, he starts the conversation randomly. Something weird happened after we spoke. And she said, what? And then he said, have you spoken to him? She said, no. Why? That's all it said. I haven't seen anything since. Now, what do you take that to be?
I don't know. It just sounds really something weird happened.
Something weird.
Like what? Like what happened?
Well, I can tell you what it was. It was the conversation. That conversation that I had with him hit way too close to home for him. He's like, why is it's his conscience, which is what I did but purposely did that. I'm not going to tell you what you did. You know what you did. But I'm going to find a way to trigger it so that it's in your conscience. And now you don't know if I know or not. That's the game I like to play. Right. So I did that. So now he's walking around all day. Does he know? Does he not know? He doesn't know. So eventually, what do you do? Right. I'm going to lure you right into it. The only thing you can do is ask her, which I thought that was going to happen on a phone. He did it where I can see it in plain sight. So I know I'm right. It's God. This is all God. Right. So now it tells me, yeah, I did just enough for him to wonder, does he know? So he's going to ask her. You're either going to ask her or you're going to ask me. You're definitely not going to ask me. You're not built for that. So he asked her, does he know? Did you tell him? Did you talk to him? She says no. So he hasn't responded yet because that's what now he got to go back to the drawing board. Wait. So if she didn't tell him, maybe he really doesn't know. And I'm just in my head. Or does he? And if he does know, how? And he's not man enough to just pick up the phone. Right? So now he's hiding. He's back and hiding. I'm not doing this past 40. It just sucks, Nate, because it's the reality of you have done things for people. You have bent over backwards for people. You have gone out your way for people, and you're 20, 30, 40 years of living. And you see moments like this and realize it was all for nothing. It was all in vain. It was a waste of time, a waste of space, a waste of energy. And you can't regret it. You can't change it. So all you can do is learn from it and try to correct it so that it doesn't happen again in the future. But that reality can be a real gut punch. When you watch people do things like that and you're throwing away a decade plus of friendship and brotherhood for what exactly? This woman don't have anything going on, if I'm being honest. And she's not interested in you. That's even clear. And it ain't like she's the only one you're talking to. You're talking to 40 of them. I've seen it. So it's not even like she's special and you going after her on some, and she's sitting there eating it up. And I've watched this like a Netflix series. I've watched how women unfortunately get caught with these men. He's just feeding dreams to 40 of them at the same time. And at least 10 of them are buying the dream. And I don't care that I'm putting this business out no more. I don't. Like, it's what it is, and it's sad. It's like, damn, this is what happens. And this, you got to be careful. Because people are real selfish individuals, and they lie to kick it. Shout out to the people who don't lie to kick it. And there's some family members that didn't come to my show that bought tickets but weren't there.
Okay, so how do you feel about that?
I've done nothing but support them in their times of need. Currently, even. I'm talking, imagine family members whom you go out your way to help them. Whatever they need. You need help with the car, I got you. You need some rent, I got you. You need help with this, I got you. But then when it comes to the moments of you gonna support me, no show. And then there's excuses from everyone else. Oh, well, they couldn't do it because of this. Well, they couldn't do it because of that. But I've always done it. I pulled up. But then they won't stand up to support you as much as they'll stand up to go against you. At times when there's been conflict in my family, I've seen them stand up. Oh, you stood up then. You was an adult then. You know, that's the thing sometimes with siblings. It's like if you have siblings, if your siblings are going to stand up against you, then they got to stand up for you. And if you're not going to stand up for me, you're only going to stand up against me. How are we siblings? We ain't siblings now. We ain't siblings in Ethiopia, whatever time period it is. Not in 2018, not in 2026, not in 1582. If you're going to be my sibling, the same way you're going to stand against me, you got to stand for me. Or what we doing. And so I had issue with that. But again, that's all a part of reflecting on turning 40 is like, damn, some of these people you went to bat for, that's just not going to be there.
Yeah.
They just not going to be here for this chapter of your life. And it sucks. And when we think of forgive, they say you got to forgive, you got to forgive, you got to forgive, you got to forgive. Let's talk about forgiveness for a second. I'm here to challenge that. When I think of forgive, I think you have to forgive for yourself. That's what I believe. You don't have to forgive anybody for them.
Right.
I have to forgive you so that it does not affect me.
Exactly.
It does not affect my everyday movements. However, I think some, not all, some of the people who love me, my lady especially, sometime, and I could be wrong, but I think when she wants me to forgive, or sometime when my friends who love me want me to forgive, it's beyond that. It's, well, I got to forgive you and love you the way that I once did. And want to be around you the way that I once did. I don't see it that way.
Yeah.
Because it's been too many times that I've done that. And then, mailman, I've grown to regret it. You have crossed me again. I let you in again. And now it's on me. And that's why I struggle with forgiveness. Because sometimes forgiveness means, hey, I forgive you, but that's it.
Yeah.
I have no desire to put myself in a situation where you can play with me like that again. Then I'm a fool. So I feel like there's a line of you can forgive, but I'm also going to remember exactly how you gave it up in a time when I needed you most. And that doesn't go away for me.
Yeah, the same for me. Like I don't normally forgive. It's just like, I'm going to cut you off because I feel like this isn't a equally mutual beneficial relationship. I am being the giver and you're being the taker, or like you said, just like standing against me. And I'm never going to forget that. Like I remember my first birthday, so I'm never going to forget that. So we cannot be the same way we used to be because something is going to happen. Something's going to be said where it's going to remind me of that feeling that I felt when you crossed me or did, whatever it was. And I can't go back to that. So for me, it's easier to just cut someone off. And I told you, I hadn't talked to my mom in like 16 years. So like if I can I feel like that's it's a different situation, but I still wasn't receiving what I was giving. And I was just like, I'm done. It's just easier for me to just cut it off and let it go.
Which that always hurts me to hear when I hear people say that they're not close to their parents or their siblings or anyone in their family. And I grew up so family oriented, even at times when I wasn't certain that I felt like I was an equal part of the family. I still fought for that in my mind because what else was I going to do? I have to accept this reality and it's not going away. But I got older and realized that there was a reason why I was so comfortable alone, why I felt safe alone, and why I get that feeling sometimes of in family situations, my back is to the wall. Everyone's against me. It's just you. Fight for you, Mo. You have to. No one else is coming. And I blame myself for that feeling for a long time. And it took therapy for me to realize that wasn't my fault. I was a child at some point, and I get it. I get it because you don't want to waste any time in life when it comes to family, at least me, right? Because we're not here for a long time. At the same time, I don't want to feel attacked. I don't want to feel isolated. I don't want to feel left out. I don't want to feel ganged up on. I don't want to feel any of those feelings if I can avoid it. And whatever that has to happen for me not to feel that way, it's unfortunate, but it's so be it. And I think that's a part of growing. And another part of being 40 and in this situation. For anyone listening who feels like, because I heard Nate say this when we were doing bonus last week, we kind of touched on this. He's not speaking. Fair enough. There's a reason. I've said this before. You may have missed it. There is a reason why I'm not speaking on certain things, and certain things I am. I see all. I know all. I feel all. None of it is affecting me because none of it is true. And there's so many times where you see things about yourself out here that are false and untrue, and there is a time and a place for everything, and some things need to be marinated upon, not microwaved. So patience is key, but promise is coming. With that being said, there's so much going on in this country that I really think is disgusting. I do. And I never speak on it because it's not really what my platform is about. And I've always wanted to make people laugh. I've always wanted to help people get away from things. But some of these things you just can't run from. There's just a darkness over this country right now. There's a darkness over a lot of our lives right now. And I feel like week to week, I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to everybody who may feel like you're in a tough place because we're all in this space of, regardless of how you feel about it. To me, this country is not the country I once knew for a lot of different reasons. And so we're supposed to be going to Curacao. Well, now it's a bit of a dangerous trip. We're doing it for my lady's 40th. So it's been planned for a while. Some people have backed out for obvious reasons. If you're not familiar, it's right next to Venezuela. So I am not a fan at all of what we have done to Venezuela. I am not fooled by the antics of making people believe that the country is helping Venezuela in some way, as if this is not about oil, this is not about money, this is not about overpowering, and I don't believe that you can or should be able to just take someone's president. And I think the UN acts at certain times, and they would have acted this time if it wasn't us. Certain countries, they're going to look the other way. We're one of those nations. But what we did was wrong. What we're doing is wrong. I'm touring on the trip. But I have to go. That's what she wants for her 40th. I have to do what I have to do. I'm just telling y'all so that, God forbid, if something happens, y'all are my witnesses that I didn't want to go.
And there's no way that y'all can I feel like because they know that they're next to Venezuela, that they would be open-minded to y'all pushing the date back. Like y'all can't do that.
Oh, it's not us. It's not the country. It's not any of the presidents. It's not the politics. It's my lady, Nate. It's her wanting to celebrate her 40th birthday, and she is not budging.
Okay. All right.
And what I'm gonna do?
You're right.
So that's what she wants. And I'm not afraid. I'm never afraid to travel. That's never been a thing for me. I've always encouraged everyone, as someone who's, I don't know, been to 40 countries or so at this point, travel, live, go. I've never regretted it. Knock on wood, but it hasn't been overly dangerous. At any point, you got to be on your P's and Q's wherever you go. You always want to be safe, but yeah, it is what it is. It's going to be an adventure and content, if nothing else. Obviously, I'm praying over our safety, and I'm sure we'll be fine. But if you're not aware of what's going on in the country, that's my take on it. I don't know if you have anything else you want to offer, Nate, but I'm against it.
No, everything you said is everything that I feel. I don't remember hearing of a situation where anyone else went to someone else's country and took their president or their king, or, I just, I agree with everything you said.
It's wild. It's wild. And power, money, the things that they do and the things that they get away with is unbelievable. And it's a lot of people who say, I wonder if Mo in his life or in his experiences has experienced racism in some of those positions. Fam, anytime you're the only brown person to do anything, be anywhere, racism is like, if you went to the beach, it's like asking somebody, did you see the water? You may not have gotten in it, but you saw it. It's there. Mm-hmm. Now, how some people dive in it, some people swim in it, some people bathe in it, some people go just dip their toe in it, but it's there. Mm-hmm. And you see it in any situation where somebody has money and power. There's a reason, right? Like, there's a reason they chose Venezuela. Mm-hmm. All that oil that they're not producing at the rate that they used to at some point. And at the moment that the money and the power saw that they can capitalize upon that, they took over. And they're going to make it seem as if they're the victims and they're doing something to help. That's what the money and the power does. The moment that they realize, in their eyes, you're not producing, right, the way they want you to. You're not showing up the way they want you to. You're showing up the way you want to. And you're showing up the way they deserve for you to. Then it becomes, oh, we have to go do something. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you do something to anyone else? Mm-hmm. And what else is interesting to me is you'll hear people say, when you get in the radio, Mo, tell your story. Tell it all. Tell everything. Talk about how you were abused as a child. Talk about the people who hurt you, who harmed you, who wronged you. Tell everybody's business. Piss them off. So what? Who cares? Tell it all. And then you do that. And guess what happens? You lose family. You lose friends. People get upset. But you tell it, right? Because it's all for the glory. It's all for the show. It's all for the ride. But funny, when that same glory, that same show, that same ride ends, and you're like, well, okay, let me tell that too. No, then you can't tell that. No, can't tell that. Mm-hmm. You told everybody else shit. You can tell everything else you experienced. You can't tell that. Mm-hmm. And if you even think to, we got to come take over. We got to come get you. What'd that tell you? It's obvious what's going on in here. Y'all believe the politics if you want to. And on top of that, I'd like to send a rest in peace to Renee Nicole Good. Mm-hmm. I know we didn't get to talk about her and the incident that took place in Minnesota with ICE. This is old now, so I don't. If you're not informed, I'm not going to spend so much time giving you the information because it's been available for so long. But we just didn't get to talk about it because of the fact that I had the show and so much going on. But I just want to send her a rest in peace because I saw the story that ICE gave as to why they murdered her, and then I watched the video. I didn't get that from the video at all. I thought they were extra aggressive. I love the way they walk up on you and then tell you to back up. Mm-hmm. Like you walked up on me. Mm-hmm. I saw the ICE agent that kicked over her memorial. Did you see that?
No.
Wow, I didn't see that.
He kicked over her memorial. They had like flowers and candles set up, and one of them was walking through it and kicked it over. And then there was a pedestrian saying, "What are you doing?" And they were filming it. "What are you doing?" And then he walked up on him and then was like, "Back up." And he's like, "Why would you kick over her memorial?" I mean, it's disgusting. Mm-hmm. It's disgusting the way that they are handling this and then lying about exactly what happened. And I hate it, you know? And I know there's a lot of brown people, black people who, for some odd reason, think it's okay or on the side of it. And I'm like, the way I see it, this is how we were once treated in this country. It's no different. Fire hose, dogs, violence. We were treated like this. And now we're watching other people get treated like this. And some of y'all stand for it. And that's crazy to me. And then the ICE agent complaining over being dragged. That's a part of your job. That's what you sign up for. You should have the ability to do something to prevent and de-escalate the situation from not having to murder that woman.
I just saw an update maybe like 2 hours ago that his medical report was just released, and they said that he now has like internal bleeding or something like that. But they didn't release the documents or any like evidence of it. It was just a report like, this is what's happening right now. And I'm like, she didn't even hit him. How does he have internal bleeding?
Right. Put some ice on it. We in a different time. We in a different time. We in a different place. We in a different era. But you got to keep fighting. And I'm gonna keep using my platform to remind y'all that I'm, you know, where I'm at and where I stand and what side of the fight I'm on. And I just think it's important, if you have a platform at all nowadays, to use your voice for better. And that's what I'm attempting to do. I'm not gonna go too deep into it other than that. But I am certainly with all of the people who are standing up against ICE, who are supporting, and that's all I got.
Did you know that 2025 was ICE's deadliest year in 2 decades? There were 32 people who actually died in custody.
Wow.
10 decades? I didn't even know that they were a thing for that long.
2 decades.
2 decades.
I didn't even know. Okay.
Wow. We talked about someone I had done the podcast with before and the departure. And I think this is a good place to end it, with this episode having been about betrayal and turning 40 and just recognizing that there's going to be some people you gave a lot of good years to that they're just not meant to go with you for whatever reason. And I once did the podcast with one of my really good friends, and we talked about what happened a while ago on Patreon, but never here. And it was interesting to me, Nate, because looking back on it, we started talking about what happened, what went wrong, and I did a whole set on it at the show. And it went well. It was funny. But there was one part in particular where the crowd had mixed feelings. So I talked about how I felt like we had never had an issue. We were always good. Every time I spoke to this man, it was nothing but love. Never even got a hint that there was something wrong until this woman came into his life. And everything changed almost immediately. She did not get along with, from what I was told by him, any of his friends. All of his friends kind of had a common opinion of, it's not her. I think it's possible that he was in love. I don't know. But either way, he began to change, but it was gradual. And at some point, it became obvious that he was sharing less on the podcast. Less and less. And, well, we were concerned. We asked, is everything okay? He said, didn't want to share any more than he was sharing. Fair enough. We still want you on the team regardless. Maybe you'd be interested in going behind the scenes. Maybe on camera doing content is not exactly what you're comfortable doing because, well, you can't do a podcast without giving it up. You can't do a podcast without sharing your life. You can't do a podcast and be afraid to have open opinions. And there was every episode, pretty much, every single episode, there was, yo, can you take that out? Mm-hmm. Yo, can you take that out? Cool, not a problem. Never had an issue with it, right? Sometimes it was great content. And it was like, what are you running from? Why are you so afraid of people's opinions? But whatever. You my man. I got you. Not a problem. I started to realize as I went through the patterns of, yo, take that out. A lot of the time it was because she may hear it. Mm. So, okay. Again, I don't think it's insulting to ask someone, maybe you want to do behind the scenes. You could say no, but then we got to figure out this whole you not wanting to talk about things stuff, which is all we have to do. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever had a friend that you've been friends with for a long time and you bring up one thing and then they just go off the cliff. And by the way, there was also this time. By the way, there was also that time. And I heard none of these things from him. I had to hear this from a third party because he wouldn't pick up the phone. So I started hearing through the grapevine that I laughed once on a podcast at something that he didn't think was funny and he was offended.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay, got it. I thought we were friends enough that you would have just been a man about that and been like, we talk about that, whatever. He held on to it and went and cried about it. Got it. Then we get to the point that I said at the show. He said something on the podcast once where you asked him a question that I guess made him open up. Literally.
I know.
This conversation isn't over. There's more healing ahead. Come back next week for the conclusion, only on In the Moment.
Promise that's still good in me. I know I've done wrong. Been away from the city and know it's been too long. Sorry I changed on you. I'm sorry I changed. Sorry I changed on you.
For every time I would fight, so dark enough for me to walk into the light. I'm bright, I beat that shit to death. Still I go left every time I know I ain't right. Make excuses, don't know what the use is. Truth is, sometimes I think I'm useless. Don't know myself, talk to me and feel intrusive. Beat myself up to the point I feel I'm abusive. Ruthless, guess they keep me grounded. Never need a circle, I guess that's what keep me rounded. Smooth as butter, but cutter, I'm like no other. Shit I take to bed, I'm always gonna try to cover. The time I wrote a letter that ended and didn't stutter till I realized I ain't know how to write by to my mother. If I take y'all to the beginning, all the shit I done lost to get the winning. Sometimes I sit like, was it worth it? Then go to IG and fake it as if it's perfect.